The last thing Nigeria wants is to have a military base by a superpower in counterpoise to another superpower, because in a way, Russia moving into Niger, into Mali, into Burkina Faso, the United States moving into Nigeria brings us actually right into confrontation with each other. And that's the last thing we want.
There have been a lot of revelations since Bola Ahmed Tinubu became the president of Nigeria in 2023. And since that particular year, so many journalists and some people has been revealing the kind of person Tinubu was before he became the president of Nigeria. Let's not forget that in July, there was a military coup in Niger, and this changed the narrative in ECOWAS and so many things within the West African region.
We will not allow coup after coup. West African president.
And this is the reason why, as it stands today, there is an agitation. The United States and France want to have a military base in Nigeria. This has sparked a lot of reaction between so many people in Nigeria as to whether it will positively affect Nigeria economy and security wise or negatively. But here are the things that you need to know, that having this military base in Nigeria will do Nigeria no good at all. But before I bring to your knowledge, let's watch this video together.
About this development, and I hope it is not true. We have a long history about attempts at installing a military base in Nigeria. At the time of our independence, there was this attempt by the British to install a military base in Nigeria. It was raised in Parliament. Students from University of Ibadan came on a march, and there was a brouhaha, and finally they killed that project. Therefore, this should not be the first time that there will be an attempt to have a military base in Nigeria if it is true. I know that we have problems with the jihadists, with ISIS. We have security problems, yes, but the solution is not for us to be in confrontation with another superpower.
It has been a thing of history. Even during the time of colonialism, we rejected the military base of these foreigners in our country. It was because ECOWAS sanctioned Niger, and the Nigerian junta expelled the United States military and France from their country. Now they are looking for where they can actually situate their base here in Africa. Let's not forget, according to the news, they said that they have been in Niger and some other African country in order to fight the jihadists. But between me and you, have there been any progress in this fight against the jihadists, ISIS in Africa? The Boko Haram and ISIS ISWAP issue in West Africa has been, growing day by day. So if they have been in Niger and they have not been able to secure even the security within Niger and the Nigerian border and that of Nigeria, then what is the use of having them even in Africa in the first place? This is to tell you that these guys are only here to protect their interests, which is the natural resources in Nigeria and Africa at large, which they export to Europe and America. And until African leaders have the guts, just like the Nigerian counterpart, and expel them from their country, they will continue to perpetually, embezzle the natural resources in Africa and Nigeria. But then, even the situation in Niger as of today, where the Russian military are now in partnership with the Nigerian military where they now send some of their foot soldiers to Niger in order to train them. Let's not forget, this is how they start. I don't know the content of their agreement, but if it is to train their military and then leave afterward, then fine. But a situation whereby you will have your military base in Africa, you will have your military now staying in Africa, it doesn't make any sense. And one of the fear factor here is the fact that we have two superpowers who have so much interest in African resources, and that is the United States, the Russia, and also France. And we saw what happened in Ukraine. Many people may think that it's about this or that. Yes, it was about interest. What we all know that is there on the media is about NATO. Ukraine wanted to join NATO, and the Americans saying they are behind them, and the Russians said, no, you cannot join NATO. And what happened at the end of the day? We saw the war going on in Ukraine, and at the end of the day, you can see that destruction is going on in Ukraine. Who lose? It is the Ukrainian. Then, when you look at what is happening in Gaza, then you look at what is happening now in Iran. You look at what is happening around the globe. So, instead of allowing the military of the foreign body to come into your country and situate in your country, having a military base and all of that, if you need their help to help your men, to train your men, then you should have an agreement for them to come and train your men within a specific period of time. They can go, but to stay here is a no, no, no. What do you make of this? Let's have this conversation at the comment section. Thank you for watching.